Hey there everybody, this is Airhead. Welcome back to Kirby Nightmare in Dreamland. Last time we finished up Ice Cream Island, and today we're going to be tackling Butter Building. And I'm just going to let you listen to this fantastic music. Alright, he'll loop around there. Oh, Butter Building is such good music, I love it. So on the topic of music, I thought I'd talk about music a little bit more. I've gotten to music in this channel a lot. So the composers of this game are Jun Ishikawa and Hirokazu Ando, and they are geniuses. Their music is so good. They compose for pretty much every main series Kirby game, and they do a fantastic job. They're very good. Just another little thing with Mike. There's all three. I said it was better than Crash in almost every way, and I actually did some research fighting Paint Roller, because he gives you both Crash and Mike. So what I did is I used Crash on him, and it did about 60%. And then I used all three mics on him, and it did about 80%. So even in damage, Mike is better. Here we have the first secret switch in the game. If you get all of them, beat all the levels and get all these, you get it 100%. The secret is somewhere in this room. I'm actually going to skip it for now because there's something I want to show off later with it. More on the music, along with Butter Building. Ice Cream Island is fantastic, Vegetable Valley. Ice Cream Island's gotten a good bit of remixes, and they're all fantastic. Vegetable Valley actually hasn't gotten too many remixes. There's the one in Rainbow Curse, and that's the big one. It's really good too, of course. Then you got Forest Nature Area. That one's a really good one. And just a few more coming up. The music gets really good after Butter Building, along with Butter Building. So we're actually going to go back in here, because there's something I want to show off with that secret switch. So we're just going to go on right back through. That enemy up there, walking around really slowly, that is a Rocky. I never said their name. Yes, very creatively named Rocky. So we're just going to take on Mr. TikTok again. Even the overworld music that plays on the map screens, it's nice and simple. None of the themes are very long because a lot of the levels are very short. So none of them overstay their welcome. Nice and catchy. I love it. Kirby game music is always fantastic. My favorite, we have not gotten to that yet, but we will get there. So here, the secret. Not death down here. This is where the secret is. Just gonna go on through here. And there we go. Here's the secret switch. This will open up an extra little area of the map. Usually a minigame, sometimes museums, just little areas. And this is what I want to show off. If you beat a level, you can just go to the pause screen and leave through the door. And it will keep your progress, which is very nice. You don't have to go through the entire level again. I wish all platformers did that. And one thing about the arena, I said that abilities that are not in museums you can find in the arena. That was not right. I apologize for that. Wheelie, you can find wheel ability in a later museum, and they give you wheelie here. But this is the only case. Just thought I'd clear that up. Another thing with wheel, it can go over water. It's fast enough to ride over water, but there's not really any water in this level, so I can't really show that off. I love with Butter Building is that you continually go up the tower. So a lot of the... Ooh, that was close. A lot of the platforming is vertical based, which is really cool. And because Kirby can float, you don't have to worry about falling down and losing all your progress. Here's another thing I want to show off. You can suck up health foods from behind walls. You can't do that. You have to give up your ability to do that, though. Here we have... These Waddle-Doos like to just shoot their beam right above you, and it's really hard to hit them when they're one step above. Another thing with Cutter is you can jump over it and it'll hit anything behind you. Sir Kibbles are actually very good at doing that. And it'll just keep on going until it hits something. It has infinite distance until it hits something when it falls behind you. And keep on climbing the tower. Don't get hit. Ooh, be careful here. Yeah, these Rockies, they'll hit you. They like to fall out of just the most precarious places and hit you. I never gave the name of this guy. This is a Blade Knight, not to be mistaken with Sword Knight. I actually feel bad for Sword Knight, because in recent Kirby games, Blade Knight has pretty much all but replaced him. Poor Sword Knight. And here we got another fight with a Grand Wheelie in this very odd-shaped room that doesn't seem very good for wheeling. Oh yeah, another thing with Sword. You actually get 3 moves. You get a little Sword Slide Tackle. Does a little damage, that's about it. Nothing too special, it's just a longer range Slide Tackle. I should have gotten Wheel, now that I realized that, but that's okay. I could have gotten that one too, but that's fine. So one thing with Butter Building is Butter Building's got a ton of remixes, official remixes, and they're all fantastic. My favorite is by far the Epic Yarn version. The Epic Yarn version, that piano is immaculate. Here we got Pengies. Pengies, like penguin. They give you ice. Yeah, freeze and ice are separated. Just like fire and burning. Here we have Bugsy. Bugsy, oh, he's a tough one. He likes to fly around, and he will charge at you. If he glows, he'll charge at you. You can get him to hit the wall, but it doesn't do anything, it just stuns him. And here we have Bugsy Jr. He sends his babies after you, how cruel. I don't know how a stag beetle has ladybugs as children, but I guess they're both beetles. So there's kind of a connection, I suppose. And here we have Backdrop. Woo-ha! Once I grab a foe, throw him with the direction pad. So you just charge at an enemy, you grab him, and you do move. In Adventure, you suck him up and then do the same thing. And speaking of stuff in Adventure, or not in Adventure, I should say, this room up here was not in Adventure. This is just a nice little way to test out your moves. If you do it in the air, you'll throw them down. If you press back, you'll do a little backflip and hit him. You can also press down and just slam into the ground. And you can press up to do a backbreaker, which looks incredibly painful. Chuck it down. Backdrop isn't particularly good because you don't get invincibility frames on your dash or your throws, so if you land inside an enemy, you'll take damage. It's not nearly as broken as in Superstar, where you just get a ton of iframes. Making our way up. Get rid of my ability here. I know, Backdrop is rare, but we'll see it again. I didn't want that either. Just gonna slide on down, watch out. Because I want to read the high jump description. Big jump equals big tackle. Or should I say it's high jump. It didn't have enough room for the GH. Just like high jump kick from Pokemon. So with high jump, like I was saying, you can press B in midair to do that burst. So if you just mash B, you'll do this, and it's not very helpful at all. So you just want to give it some time. You'll start heading back down before it's good to jump again. And this makes me really sad, because in Kirby's Adventure this was really cool, because you'd run to the right and the building would spin around looking all 3D like you're running around the building. But I guess Nightmare in Dreamland, it can't really handle that, so it just makes fog clear and then the door opens. Ooh. And this room is cool, or should I say these 2 rooms, because it's just these doors that lead into 2 different rooms and you have to find out which one leads to the end. Alright. Ooh, you want to be careful there. Those spikes will get you. They're trolly. And this will send you into Max and Tomato Room. So you just want to keep making your way up. Just go as high as possible. And here's the end. I want to see if I can get a 1 again. I only got that 1-1. Hopefully I can do it again. Alright, let's see what we got in the museum. Oh, high jump again. Okay. I'll take it. High jump's cool. I like high jump. Alright. Now we're going even further up the building. building doesn't look particularly efficient. It looks really run down and like it can't support very much weight. But that's just me. Oh, here we have another battle with the Mennonites. And they have a new knight. The Javelin Knight, this guy. He'll shoot out little spears at you. And the music here is actually that egg catcher music I was talking about, the mini-boss remix. In Kirby's Adventure, they just use the boss theme for Mennonite battles. Oh, another thing about Broom Hatter. Well, Broom Hatter doesn't give you cleaning, like in Dreamland 3 and Star Allies. It doesn't give you an ability. And here we're introduced to air currents. They're just experimenting. Oh, they get you fast. They make you go really fast. They're just experimenting. You'll see them again later. And they get mean. But they're just showing it off there. Alright, this is the final minigame. This is Quick Draw. And actually, this was also Quick Draw in Adventure. But this one is more Japanese samurai themed, while the one in Adventure was Western. So this one, you have to focus. When the little exclamation point appears, you press A. The first to press A wins. It is very stressful, so I might be a little quiet here. So we'll just get started against a Waddle Doo. Whew, okay. Sometimes they like to make you wait, and oh, it gets tense. There we go. I love the little costumes that they all have, the little Japanese costumes. Alright, and then the little marker down there will show you how much time it took. Oh, DDD's hard. And I love how DDD has the hammer that they use to pound some of the dough in some Japanese food. They've done that before with DDD, or they did that after this. The last fight is against Mennonite. It's a tough one. He's hard. So you'll get 1-ups if you beat every opponent. In the Western Adventure Quick Draw, it's really funny because Kirby starts off with a little pop gun, but then once you get up to DDD, he shoots him with a cannon, which is pretty funny. Let's see if I can show this off now. If you get 2 enemies that give abilities, it'll open up a little ability wheel, and it'll go through all the abilities quickly, and you can choose one. Well, try to choose, but we'll show that off later because there's a point where it's very important. Here we have a chili. This will give you freeze, just like Mr. Frosty. Gotta be careful. And here we have Bonkers. Bonkers is a very common mini-boss in Kirby. He just runs around, hits you with his hammer like crazy, and he'll shoot little coconuts at you. You can hit back. It's not too hard. There we go. And he gives you a hammer. Pound him to the ground. Pound pegs and break open new areas. Hammer. It's not really as good as it is in later Kirby games where it is super broken. But here, because it's kind of slow, but it does a lot of damage. And you get 2 moves with this just like Sword, and it can be used underwater. You get a little spinny air move. And they pound in pegs. And Hammer can also break metal blocks like we saw back in Ice Cream Island. So that's something to keep in mind. That felt pretty good. Yes, okay. Nice. Yeah, I love how Kirby tries to struggle to get up if you just barely get it. 1-up. Nice. Alright. And this is another secret area. Something I forgot to mention. Secret levels, when you beat them but don't get the secret, the door stays orange but it stops flashing. Once you 100% a level, it turns yellow. Oh, careful. Oh, you do not want to approach that guy because you could barely make it in time, and that blast radius is deceptively large, and it will hit you and it will hurt. Yeah, these bombers, they're nasty. Like that. That'll get you. Kirby Sprite, when he gets set on fire, well, as cruel as that sounds, is actually pretty funny. This area is kind of weird. In Adventure, it was in a giant tree. I don't know why they have a tree in the middle of a building, but they do. Sir Slippy, we haven't seen you in a while. And this is another one of those areas where it'll spin around in Adventure, but here it's just a fog. And of course they put the Shotzo, right where the door is going to be. And it's hard to get in this door. There we go. Oh, okay. Oh, this we want to be careful. This block, when you break this block, a path will get cut off very quickly. So you have to rush over once you break it. Yeah, if you try and go low, you'll most likely be cut off at the bottom. Here we have the other secret switch. This will open up air grind, which I've already shown off air grind, so I don't really need to do another one. And I'm perfectly fine on 1-ups, and I will probably restart a lot, so the 1-ups don't really matter. Here we have dark areas, one of 2 in the entire game. Yes, they only do this twice. So what you get, this is a cool spook. What a cool name, I love it. They give you the light ability. Brighten those dark corners. Can only be used once. So yes, light has 2 uses in the entire game, and here's one of them. Yep, just light up the area. If you know the layout of the room, light really doesn't matter much. It doesn't do damage or anything. Oh, here's this little wheel I was talking about. Yeah, good luck trying to pick one. Actually, speedrunners can pick that out kind of reliably. So the other use of light, if you know the layout, you can just get through without it. I should have gotten high jump, that's fine. Yep, they give you a little line of Scarfies to high jump through. But I didn't get it, but that's fine. So this Scarfie's lying to you. You do not want to follow that Scarfie. He leads you to a Gordo. You want to go this way. Never trust a Scarfie. Like again, never trust a Scarfie. We're going up this way because this gets a 1-up. Max and Tomato's okay, I guess. So you can trust some Scarfies. Oh, that was close. Alright. On to the boss. Oh, I really like this boss. This boss is one of my favorites in the game. It's really cool. Or should I say, they're very cool. We got Mr. Shine and Mr. Bright. Mr. Shine is the moon, Mr. Bright is the sun. I like to remember it as Moonshine, which I've actually never had Moonshine. I will probably not like it. Watch out for Mr. Bright's solar beam. Very powerful. Oh, if you duck through this, it does no damage. You can duck under all of Mr. Bright's attacks. I don't know, it's kind of odd, but you can't do that with Mr. Bright. It will hit you because he has a giant flaming body. And this will cause a meteor shower, which gives you Cutter, but I'm not going to use it. It's kind of ironic that we're using their own attacks against them when they're trying to help each other out. They should probably stop doing that, but they're not going to. Come on, guy. There you go. While you're crouching, you can change direction by still holding down. It looks kind of funny, but it's good for a pinch. Yep, for the little boomerang, you can just duck right under it. Watch out for... the one in the sky will flash a lot before they do their attack. Watch out for this. That's cool looking. Yeah, see, it's flashing, Mr. Shine. Yep, we're just going to use their own attacks against them. Good old Kirby style. Alright, once one is defeated, they can still do their attack in the air, so be careful. They just won't show back up. Yep, launching Solar Beam. And there's the Eclipse. And now they're defeated. I really wish they would bring back Mr. Shine and Mr. Bright. They haven't been in a Kirby game in a while. Paint Roller made a return in Canvas Curse, but Mr. Shine and Mr. Bright, they don't get any love. Poor Mr. Shine and Mr. Bright. Oh, Grape Garden. I can't wait for Grape Garden. Grape Garden has fantastic music, great air-based levels, so good, but I don't want to spoil too much. So that was Butter Building. Next time we'll do Grape Garden. Thank you very much for watching. That'll do it for this episode. It's been a lot of fun playing for you guys. Hope you enjoy it. And until next time, sweet dreams.